Welcome to CompareThat.com, the most robust comparison tool on the planet. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a custom compare. The first step is to choose a category. In this case, let's choose McDonald's. You will then be presented with two choices, Quick Compare and Custom Compare. Go ahead and select Custom Compare. The application then takes you to the Select and Rank tab. Here you will do two things. Filter and choose the attributes you want to use in your comparison. And number two, select the importance of those attributes and whether you want high or low values. So let's filter items. Several ways to do it. First way is to choose general categories of items, drinks, sandwiches, desserts. When you do that, it actually accumulates the items in those categories and gives you a sum at the top here. The other way to do it is with a slider bar. In the case of calories, the items in this list are between 0 and 1,150 calories. If you don't want all those items in the list, you can move these slider bars over to get a subset of the list. Now we're down to 139 items, basically between 226 and 888 calories. Third way to do it is if you don't want to filter, you just want to have protein in your comparison, you just click the plus sign and that moves that over to the My Selections area over here. So we're going to add a couple more items. We're going to put total fat in there. We want sodium. We want to compare with sodium. So once you're done selecting your comparison items, you come over to the My Selection area. You'll notice a couple things over here. The first one is a slider bar for the weight. So each attribute, you can choose how important that attribute is to you. So if calories are one of the most important things to you, go ahead and slide the bar over to the higher end of the scale, and that'll put more weight on that attribute during the calculation. The other thing you'll notice with each attribute is an up and a down arrow, whether it's a red down arrow or a green up arrow. These represent whether lower values are better or higher values are better. In the case of calories, a lower value is better for most people, so the algorithm will give more credit to lower caloried items. In the case of protein, you probably want higher protein items, but if you don't, you just go ahead and click on the arrow and that'll go to the downer. So in this case, you would say lower protein items are better for you. But in most cases, we want the higher values. So once you're done selecting the weights for the various items, you then go ahead and click Continue, and that will take you to the Your Items tab. And this is just a summary of the items in your selection from the previous tab. What you can do here is you can select or unselect items that you don't want in your comparison that maybe were put in there from the previous tab. You can also add items. For instance, we want to add a breakfast item. So you can go ahead and type the name of the item and check that item to add it to your list. So now not only the general category items are in there, but also the items that you want to pin as well. Once you're done here, you go ahead and hit the compare button, and our algorithm calculates which items best match your criteria. With a little patience, you will see a rank list of items from the one that best matches your criteria to the one that least matches. Thanks for listening, and happy comparing.